Hello and welcome back. Today I will tell you about rock cycle. Earth crust is made up of three major rock types: volcanic, sedimentary and metamorphic rocks. We need to understand that when our Earth was very young, there was a period when its surface was molten. This molten material is called magma. As the planet was cooling down, magma was growing more solid, more crystal-like, and the first rocks were formed. These rocks are called volcanic, igneous, or simply magma rocks. Magma rocks are still being formed today. Remember, volcanic lava or magma eruptions near mid-ocean ridges, as these were the first rocks to be formed on our planet. This is where our story of rock cycle will begin. After the first rocks were formed, the Earth kept cooling down until its temperature fell below water boil point. As soon as the first raindrop fell on the Earth's surface, it gave start to weathering of magma rocks. The first particle of rock broke off and was washed down to become the first grain of sand on the first beach. As time was flowing, more particles floated down, depositing on the bottom of newborn ocean, building up a formation as thick as a few kilometers. At the bottom of its bed, water was flowing through sand grains, bringing in sticky clay particles that were formed something similar to cement. Under the enormous pressure of the upper formations, loose mass of sand became a solid rock which is called sandstone. You can build it yourself if you make a pile of sand, pour glue on it and put something heavy on top. As life appeared on our planet, a new form of building material became available. Tiny shellfish living in oceans extracted calcium from seawater to make their shells harder. As these shellfish were dying, their shells were falling down to the ocean floor like snowflakes and depositing there like massive snow blankets. Thousands of years later, these blankets also turned to rock, in this case into limestone. This process of particle deposition is called sedimentation, and rock built this way are called sedimentary rocks. The type of building material determines the type of rock. Sand grains build sandstone, calcium builds limestone, mud builds mudstone. Like rivers such as the Amazon, the Nile, or the Mississippi leave tons of mud in their deltas, all of this mud someday will turn into mudstone. Sedimentary rocks are usually easy to spot because they are built on bottoms of oceans and lakes. They form layers and look like pages of closed book if you put them on the table and look from the side. You can find such rocks alongside of roads laid through hills or mountains. Don't be surprised as you find sedimentary rocks high out the mountains, far from any ocean. This is because the surface of the Earth is in constant motion. After sedimentary rocks have been formed, many things can happen to them. They can suffer erosion, destruction by wind, water or other forces, and make building material for new generation of sedimentary rocks. Due to tectonic activity, they can get buried deep under the Earth's surface. Deep down, high pressure and temperature will change the very texture of the minerals, transforming them into crystalline rocks. For example, limestone will turn to marble and mudstone will transform into schist. Rocks that have suffered such metamorphosis are called metamorphic rock. The first particle weathered out of a magma rock could have traveled its way to the earth crust and back by many routes. It might have been part of sedimentary rock that were again destroyed by erosion and built a new generation of rocks of the same type. It might have been transformed into another type of rock. Finally, any of these rocks might have been burnt under the Earth's surface due to global geological processes such as continental collision or subduction. Then one tectonic plate moved beneath another and sink down under. If that was the case, they might have melted down and their atoms might have escaped to the surface as volcanic rock and given start to a new cycle. This is what we call rock cycle. In brief, volcanic eruption gets lava onto the surface, Then it's cooled down, gets weathered and eroded, transformed into sedimentary rock as the rock fragments of clasts are cemented. Then the sedimentary rock gets buried deep down, then heat and pressure cause recrystallization, which brings along formation of metamorphic rocks, and the whole cycle repeats over and over again. Typically, when we search for oil, we drill into formations built of sedimentary rock. That's why it's very important for us to know types of sedimentary rocks, their mineral composition and depositional environments. This will be explained in the next part of our course. See you!